Now it's time to get the show started. Here's your host for the evening, friend of Heartland Men's Chorus, and Fox 4 morning anchor, Abby Eden.
Welcome to your Heartland Men's Chorus 2021 Heroes of Note. I'm your host for this evening, Abby Eden, and I'm so excited to be here to support the Heartland Men's Chorus Kansas City. Their work is so important, not only to the art scene in the region, but also important in the LGBTQIA community. They've been singing out for 35 years, and we wouldn't know what to do without them. Joining me now is the Development Director of the Heartland Men's Chorus, Dudley Hogue. Hi, Dudley. How's it going?
Hi, Abby. Thank you so much for being here tonight and helping us raise funds for the Heartland Men's Chorus, Kansas City. And hello to all of you out there in virtual land. I can't thank you enough for being here this evening as we raise funds and hopefully have a little fun along the way.
So, Dudley, how did you all decide on this Heroes of Note event?
Well, as we were planning tonight's event, knowing that it could not be our regular Dinner of Note event, we came up with our idea of Heroes of Note program, which will hopefully become a part of Dinner of Note in the future. The idea is to recognize people, organizations, and corporations that embody the spirit of the Heartland Men's Chorus, Kansas City. Our vision statement, singing to inspire a world of love and acceptance, and our mission statement, through our collective voice, we build community, celebrate pride, and empower authenticity, were our guiding principles throughout the process.
So tonight we'll present 3 Heroes of Note awards, and you'll meet our honorees throughout the course of the evening. Party hosts were also able to nominate individual heroes as well, and there are several of those that we're going to show you later on. So on top of the Heroes program, we have performances by a couple of soloists, the Heartaches, the small ensemble of HMCKC, and the whole chorus.
We also have an exciting silent auction, information about our new branding campaign, season 36 information, and we'll be making cocktails.
Make mine a mocktail, Dudley, this time. There are so many exciting auction items available for you to bid on, so please go to the link that you have been sent to bid. It's also on the screen right now. And when you get to that auction page, just click on the auction item that you want, and you'll be guided through the process of placing a bid. It's that easy. The auction will close after the event is over, and we'll be announcing that exact time later on in the event. So there are trips both within the United States and international, signed sports memorabilia, jewelry, art, baskets galore, a gorgeous table, clothing items, home items, and experiences. Check it out, because out of all of that, there is definitely something that you must have. And keep checking back, because others may be trying to outbid you. And we want you to get your items, and we want you to keep bidding high.
Items will be delivered over the course of the next week or two to your home address. But don't worry, we'll call to arrange a time to get them to you. Some items, like our gift certificates, will be mailed soon.
And keep those bids coming in. Remember to keep an eye on that must-have item to make sure you're the one who ends up with it at the end of the night. Is the auction the only way that people can show their support for the chorus, Dudley?
Oh, goodness, no. Donations are always accepted. As you all know, we are a 501c3 organization, so cash donations are always accepted, and you can donate a little later in the show when we get to the Fund the Future segment of the event.
But you can also text HMC Hero to 76278. Again, that's HMC Hero to 76278 at any time during the event. And as you know, we have several parties happening around the Kansas City metro area, and we thank these party hosts and their guests for supporting the chorus. The attendees at the parties all purchase premium tickets, and they're enjoying the goodies in the party host boxes, and we're going to visit some of them later on as well.
But we want to thank the following party hosts: Jim Corrick and Newt Jones, Alan Grimes, Greg Moppins and Mike Elmore, Steve Dodge and Paul Elo, Sandy Schermerhorn and Martha Boyd, Michelle Fox and Barb Wilson, Randy Height and Ellis Thigpen, Cliff Schiappa, Daniel Alford, Eric Morey and Dustin Greer, Will Brown and Pamela Fleischer, Maurice Watson, Diane and Wilson Stafford, Deborah and Keith Holy, and Michael Seeley and Tom Dillon. Thank you all so much for hosting parties.
And if you purchased a premium ticket for tonight's event, you received a lovely gold gift box or party host box filled with wonderful items for your use tonight and in the future. So in the box is Effin' Vodka, donated by Mike's Wine and Spirits and their distributors, an HMCKC cocktail shaker, cookies donated by Woodland Cookies in Waldo, which are delicious, Grand Marnier donated by Cafe Trio, and you'll need to provide cranberry juice in either simple syrup, that's that wonderful concoction, you got equal parts sugar and water, or just a dash of sugar in the shaker. It's really up to you how tart or sweet you want to make the cocktails. So that's that's a lovely gift box. And so that's all this. I'll be taking this.
But you can't drink it yet.
Not yet.
In addition
it's a good
to
disinfectant, right?
In addition to that, the party host boxes include some party decorations, a selfie kit with instructions. We hope to see you with those in our pictures later, and a bottle of champagne donated by Bistro 303. Champagne flutes for our party hosts have also been included.
And we're celebrating our 36th season. The chorus started back in 1986. For 25 of those years, HMCKC has been fortunate to have the same executive director. So please welcome Rick Fisher.
Hi, I'm Rick Fisher, Executive Director of Heartland Men's Chorus. We're delighted that you are joining us this evening for Heroes of Note. For 35 years, HMC has sung out in Kansas City and the wider Midwest region. We have been a voice for equality, for acceptance, for tolerance, for love in our community and in our region for those years. When I think about heroes and our gathering this evening, I think of you all that have supported us and nurtured us and sustained us through those 35 years. But especially in our 35th year, when we had to be innovative and create programs that were done virtually, your support was outstanding for this organization and positioned us to be able to emerge from a pandemic at full strength. And we are so grateful for you. You are our heroes. In 1986, a few men from Kansas City attended a Gala Chorus's festival in Minneapolis, Minnesota. They returned home with the vision to create here in their hometown a chorus like they had seen at the festival, and thus Heartland Men's Chorus was born. We performed our first concert that December of 1986 in Pearson Auditorium at UMKC with 30 singers. Now, when we perform on stage at the Folly Theater, we have 125 singers, and we've become an important voice for the LGBTQ+ community here in our region. Thanks again for joining us this evening for Heroes of Note. We're grateful for your support. Enjoy this program, bid on the auction items, and we look forward to seeing you at the Folly Theater very soon.
HMCKC has a new board president this year, but he is not new to the chorus or to the board of directors. Steve Dodge previously served as chair of the board, and he's once again filling that position. Here's Steve.
Dodge, and I've been singing with Heartland Men's Chorus for 26 years. That's over a quarter of a century of wonderful memories, like the excitement of my first concert on the stage of the historic Folly Theater, the opportunity to perform locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally with the chorus, the impact of bringing powerful new music like I Am Harvey Milk to our Kansas City audiences, but most of all, standing with my HMC family as we sing songs that touch hearts and change lives. Currently, I have the privilege of serving as the chair of the HMC board. On behalf of the board, all of our members, and our staff, thank you for joining us this evening. With your support, we will continue to fulfill our mission and prepare for the day when we can safely return to the stage. Thank you for staying the course with us.
Welcome Sean Cullen, the artistic director for the chorus. Welcome, Sean.
Thank you so much.
So Sean was appointed in 2019 and conducted just one live concert, and then the pandemic happened. So he produced several virtual concerts during the pandemic and is incredibly excited to be in early rehearsals, in-person rehearsals for the holiday concert, Joy. So Sean, welcome to Heroes of Note.
Thanks for having me. I'm super stoked to be here tonight, but I did want to just make sure you knew, in case the baby comes, like right now.
Which could happen, honestly.
I watched a YouTube almost all the way through.
Okay.
And I took Anatomy Physiology 1.
Okay. So we're good.
We're pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see.
No issues here.
But yeah, I did only get to conduct one. Oh, I did only get to conduct one concert before the pandemic, but we have an amazing membership, and they were super committed. And the virtual concerts were as best as they could be in the situation. And now we're just really, really, really excited to get back to the Folly Theater.
Yeah, and to learning how to put a microphone on again.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So the world shuts down, and it deems singing in large groups one of the most dangerous activities. Like, live music as we knew it pretty much vanished. How did you get around that major hurdle?
Well, it started like everyone else. I had a very large nervous breakdown. And when I came out of the nervous breakdown, we just embraced a couple of really key words. Ponder, pivot, and pause, but not in that order. We paused, pondered, and pivoted.
Okay.
So basically what we did was we took a look at the environment, we checked to see what was going on, and we thought about what the best next step was for us, and then we went into new directions that we had never moved in before.
Awesome. And you guys have some new members.
We do. We have lots of new members. Over the course of the pandemic year and this year, we were up to about 25, 30 new members, so we're excited.
That's wonderful. And now you guys are able to actually sing in person, which is a first.
Right. So
together.
Before, all of the chorus members had to send in a virtual audition, and so now people are able to come live, audition, and get right into the chorus.
Which is so exciting, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So let's check out some of these virtual performances.
Let's do it.
City, yes we can, yes we can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man.
The designers can't lie me. Directors don't know my name, and the makeup artists think that we all wear the same shade. And Mr. Stage Manager thinks that got too much sass, and the costumer don't know what to do. My big old black.
Here comes the light, light, light. Oh children, here comes the light, here comes the light. Goodbye to darkness, goodbye to night. In the eastern sky the stars are shining bright. Oh glory, hallelujah, children, here comes the light. Hallelujah, here comes the light. Here comes the light.
Off we go without a warning, running as we hit the ground, where our future lies a morning, where our hearts are outward bound, till one bright and distant morning we may stop and look around, and there in the wilderness finally we'll be found.
some of the auction items. All right, so we've got a Royals package, gorgeous candle holders, and there are candle packages that would look fantastic in those candle holders.
There are so many great things in the auction, including trips, some added just today, jewelry, baskets, experiences, all kinds of things. The auction will run until 9 p.m. tonight, so you have plenty of time to bid and keep an eye on your items.
Thanks to everyone who has already bid. We've got a good amount started, so prior to the event and so far during it, just keep those bids coming in.
We can see bids coming in now. Make sure you're checking out all the items available and check your bids often so you can outbid your competitors.
Every arts organization needs the help of the community to achieve its vision and mission. HMCKC has always enjoyed the support of its board of directors, members, audience members, and the donors.
But we couldn't do this event and perform for you without our sponsors. Sponsors for tonight's event are Mike's Wine and Spirits, Shook Hardy Bacon, Stretz & Quinn, Bistro 303, Cafe Trio, Missy B's, Eula, and Woodland Cookies.
These sponsors help through financial donations as well as product donations, some of which you are or will be enjoying tonight. So thank you to all of our sponsors. And as you saw in the pre-show, Mike's Wine and Spirits has joined the HMCKC family as a sponsor. Mike's and their distributors have donated all of that effing vodka for tonight's gift boxes, and we thank them for joining the family.
Another of our new sponsors, Eula, was approached about becoming a sponsor for the chorus, and they responded by providing new shirts and a sweater for our staff members to wear tonight. We look forward to a wonderful relationship in the future. Sorry, Abby, they didn't have anything for you.
Yeah, no, not a lot of places do right now. Anyway, the boys decided to stop by Eula for a little shopping fun and to introduce the store to the HMCKC family. Here's Mitch.
Just walking in, you realize Eula's collection is curated, contemporary, and ready to wear.
My name's Joey Mendez. I am the co-owner of Eula with my partner Buck Winderly. Decided there was a void in men's shops in Kansas City, especially kind of near this neighborhood, and then from there we decided to make it a full lifestyle store, meaning everything from workout clothes to denim and casual to work like dressy clothes. And then everything in between as far as accessories, gifts, fragrance, just kind of a one-stop shop.
Tasked with dressing us and keeping Dudley out of trouble, Joey picked from their new fall line to find not just the perfect fit, but the style to match.
I mean, my favorite thing is when a guy just wants a completely updated wardrobe, and just probably the best thing that can happen is if you put him in clothes that fit right and he feels like he just lost 5 or 10 pounds, and all we did was put him in the right fit, and kind of new fits in men's clothing change every 5 years or so, slowly. So if you have a pair of jeans you've had over 5 years, just getting in a new pair is going to feel really good, and it's going to update your look.
I don't want to say goodbye to summer.
Oh, really?
I don't want to say goodbye to summer quite yet either.
We're local and small, so we're here to help you. You'll come in and actually get a one-on-one attention and style advice, and we'd love to help you.
And Dudley is looking studly. I'm sure you've never heard that before, right? And this beautiful sweater. It's really a lovely color, and I like the knit too.
Thank you. It's a Scotch and soda sweater rather, from Eula. We had a great time when we went in there. Sean's shirt is from there. Brandon's shirt you'll see later. You'll see Rick's shirt later. Mitch's shirt you've already seen when he came in to switch a microphone. So his shirt came from there. They were just fabulous to us.
Oh, yeah.
It was great fun.
They've got really great looking stuff in there.
They do.
Yeah, I saw a few little things that my husband is going to need as well.
And their fall line has just come out, so they're very excited about that.
Okay, I'm going to have to check it out. And we are going to take a little break. We'll be right back. We are just getting started here tonight. Coming up, we're going to honor our first hero of note and the work they do in our community, plus an amazing performance by the fabulous Daisy Bouquet. And it's not a party without a few cocktails. We're going to be shaking things up and learning how to make some drinks from Cafe Trio. But first, here's Mitch.
During the last year, HMCKC faced the challenge of how to still produce new music and stay connected to our audience. We focused on our social media platforms. We mixed our voices, creativity, and passion for music, knowing full well we couldn't stay away from the loving people that support our mission, and boy did it work.
Why, God, why today? I call your name, but you're not there. Was I to blame? I've given you plant food, I've given you dirt. You've given me nothing but heartache and hurt. Oh God, how I missed you. Oh Pod, how you tease. Now please grow for me.
With videos like that and our virtual concerts, we grew our online audience by more than 64%, 3,300 new followers since March. So of course, to keep you up to date on our next concert or event, there are links to each of our social media channels on hmckc.org. Abby, now back to you.
And now we start recognizing our heroes of note. These are people, organizations, or corporations that embody the spirit of the mission and vision of the Heartland Men's Chorus. First up, a person who uses their talents as a force for fundraising.
I was a very sparkling, bubbling child.
You could say Spencer Brown was born to be a performer, a gift nurtured from an early age.
My mom raised me with musicals and Disney at a very early age, so anytime I could fly around the room dressed as Mary Poppins, singing and dancing, that's what I would do.
I said, I can't make you stay if you want to go, but it's high time, baby, that you should know.
These days, his singing and dancing is done as his drag persona, Daisy Bouquet. The journey to eventually becoming Daisy started with a talent show in elementary school.
Some people can get a thrill, knitting sweaters and sitting still. That's perfect for some people who don't know they're alive.
So 5th grade, I dress up in my grandma's clothes. I perform the song Some People from Gypsy, and that was the closing number of a 3-hour talent show in an unair-conditioned gymnasium. And I didn't know what I was doing at the time, but I knew that that was my first big solo moment on a stage. I didn't know I was doing drag. I didn't know if I was singing well, but I knew that it was giving the audience something to enjoy and be entertained by. And I would say that was the moment that I realized I had something within that I wanted to share.
Spencer later went off to Performing Arts College in New York City and eventually moved back to Kansas City. While working as a server, the owners of the bar he worked at approached him about doing a live female impersonation show. And that's where Daisy would be born.
When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. Down on my knees, I want to take you there.
But Daisy started at Bar Natasha because of that show, and after Bar Natasha closed, Daisy kept getting job offers, doing a show at Sidekick Saloon for 2 years, and then eventually moving to Missy B's, and now I do monthly brunches at Regaza. I can't believe that Daisy is my bread and butter.
Between brunches and live shows, tours, even an album, Daisy keeps Spencer pretty busy. He's also heavily involved in fundraising for several community organizations, something that started when Spencer was a teenager when he got involved with the Kansas City AIDS Walk.
And I remember feeling so good about the fundraising work that we did that it wasn't until I moved back from college and Daisy was born that I said, I want to do this again. I want to do it for as long as I need to.
And when the world stopped last year and everything changed due to COVID-19, fundraisers got more creative. Spencer hosted virtual fundraisers, raising thousands of dollars online. He was also part of the drag queen liquor pickup fundraiser for Heartland Men's Chorus.
Oh man, that happened in a moment where I needed to get out of the house. It was way too hot to be in drag. Drag is a winter sport. But it was a lot of fun, and it was a good, it renewed my sense of like, yes, we are, as much as I hate the cliche, we are all in this together.
And there is still so much more to come from Daisy Bouquet.
And I'm really proud of where Daisy has come and gone, and whatever she's going to do next, which she's got some things up her sleeve. She always does.
Tell 'em I told you so.
It's now time in our evening to give our first award to our amazing entertainer, friend, and family member of the Heartland Men's Chorus, Mr. Spencer Brown. Mr. Brown, on behalf of everybody here at the Heartland Men's Chorus, as well as the greater Kansas City community, we thank you for being a community organizer and somebody that really brought out the heart and the joy that we needed in the middle of our pandemic. So, this is for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so flattered. Look, Ma, I made it. I got an award. I feel like Sally Field. You tolerate me. You really tolerate me. No, this is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And we can't wait to have you on stage with us for our upcoming performance of Joy right here in the Folly Theater.
Looking forward to it.
Congratulations to Daisy. And now we're going to announce some more heroes of note. These honorees were nominated by some of the party hosts. So Dudley, who do we have first?
First, we have Newt Jones. Newt is the embodiment of inclusion and social justice that our chorus represents, not only with continued chorus support, but as an entire everyday life. His standards of excellence are above reproach and admired by all. He builds trust and treats others with dignity and care.
And next, we have Scott Williams. Scott is an HMCKC chorus brethren who lent his broadcast experience that established the documentary concert format for HMC. He also helped form an audiovisual design team that included multimedia into our concerts. We wish to shine our light on Scott Williams and recognize what can happen when a gentle spirit such as his combines with a mission he believes in to create something that can emotionally impact an organization, an audience, and a community greater than himself.
Next, we have the City of Fountain Sisters, Kansas City House of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. The Sisters, made up of authentic selves, is working in KC and beyond to support human rights, equality, diversity, love, and acceptance. Their dedication to serving the LGBTQIA community is evidenced in their fundraising, their presence at events to spread their message, and in providing an organization built on community and support within their house.
Ann Wiedenkiller is our next hero, and Ann's incredible support of the LGBTQIA community is awe-inspiring. She is an ardent supporter of the Heartland Men's Chorus Kansas City and has sung in the Kansas City Women's Chorus. She supports women's causes, equal rights causes, and the arts.
As the senior pastor at Crossroads Church in Waldo, the Reverend Stephanie Swanson consistently speaks out for equity and equality in our community. Through the More Too organization, she has shown her commitment to the minority community by speaking out for economic improvement in underserved areas across the city. Whether it's the Black Lives Matter movement, the LGBT community, or the church, she inspires a world of love and acceptance.
Whether educating UMKC about suicide prevention with Allies in Action or establishing Queer Bar Takeover, he shows his love through his actions because Lance Pierce continuously hopes to educate the community. In doing so, he has worked with the LGBT Chamber of Commerce, supported LGBTQ individuals starting their own businesses, raised visibility for the transgender community. And one of his most famous quotes is, "I think it is very important that everyone is visible and is counted," by Lance Pierce.
And last but not least, we have someone right here in the studio with us.
And that would be Rick Fisher. Rick has worked as executive director of HMCKC for 25 years, making him the longest running executive director of any gala chorus. Rick has shepherded HMCKC through 3 artistic director changes and been a constant force during those years of transition from each artistic director to the next. Through his frugality, he has helped HMC to remain financially solvent, remaining in the black for all of his tenure, and this includes this most unusual year of the pandemic. His personal story is one of being fired for being gay. Rick has turned that tragedy into his life's work of helping to make HMC a success, showing the world that through music, hearts and minds can be changed for good.
We thank our party hosts for nominating these heroes of note. Everyone give them a solid round of virtual applause and thank them for their work next time you see them.
Quite a list of people who have made HMCKC such a wonderful success.
It is quite a list, and we're excited to give them all this honor.
Introducing Spencer's alter ego, Daisy Bouquet. Daisy was kind enough to put together a little something to keep us entertained before sharing the stage with HMCKC in December. From her debut album entitled Pansy, here's Daisy's extra special performance of her take on a cabaret classic, Long, Long Time.
I married a millionaire. He was 50 years older, but I didn't care. I dreamed of the great romance it would be. Well, it just goes to show you how wrong I can be. What good's the mink and diamond rings? I miss those other things. It's been a long, long time. Every time I want a thrill, he takes another pill. It takes a long, long time. I fell for him because he was so handsome. His name was Simpson. I thought he said Samson. I'd trade the whole darn works today for just one good substantial. Hey, hey, it's been a long, long time. He puts on his purple pajamas and he sprinkles himself with touche. I watch that poor fellow preparing for a part that he never will play. He just brought me a string of pearls. I hope he ain't the oysters, girls. It's been a long, long time. He bought me a yacht, it's shiny and new. I hope it's got a healthy crew. It's been a long, long time. At night he takes me to the opera or the ballet. And all the while I'm dreaming of a matinee. The days are long, the nights are longer. Golly, I wish that he were stronger. It's been a long, long time. I watch him burning the incense and turning down all of the lights. Always a dress rehearsal and never an opening night. I always knew I wasn't getting Gregory Peck, but still I didn't think he'd be a physical wreck. So girls, if you marry an old buckaroo, when you retire, take a book or two, 'cause till he gets good and ready for you, you can finish the book. It'll be such a long, long time.
And that was Daisy Bouquet. We thank you for having this wonderful performance as part of our night tonight. And we do want to remind you that we have the auction. This auction is going on right now. So double check, make sure no one has outbid you for the item that you've got your eye on.
The auction runs until 9 p.m. Central tonight.
And we all know that it's important for any organization to keep its image and what they offer to the community fresh and exciting. But during a pandemic, that is hard. So Sean is back to talk about how the chorus handled it.
Over a year in the making, we embarked on a journey to reimagine our look, our mission, and our vision as we entered the 2020s. Who knew we'd be going through more than enough challenge for us all in 2020? But really, did you think a little global pandemic was going to keep us from a fierce makeover?
Oh no. Mitch introduces us to a longtime member of the chorus who's responsible for HMCKC's new look.
Amid the California flora, I'll be lighting my menorah.
I definitely joined the chorus for the singing aspect, but from there, a lot of other opportunities have presented to me.
Brandon Shelton joined Heartland Men's Chorus in 2005. This tenor too took to the stage and over the years expanded his role in the chorus to include drag performer.
Why not try to see things from a different angle?
And the chorus's full-time graphic artist, which led to an opportunity for him to join the task force responsible for rebranding this 35-year-old organization.
So I jumped all over it.
His role then became the creator of the chorus's new look.
For me, the idea is always, it's always an aspect of storytelling. You know, at the end of the day, everything that I create, I want there to be a story behind it. I want there to be meaning behind it.
And he did. Brandon started with hand-drawn sketches.
The great thing is the chorus that I joined and was a part of for all those years, we were really sort of cleaning the slate and starting fresh with a new approach. We were really redefining who Heartland Men's Chorus is or was at that time. So that helped a little bit because we were sort of starting fresh.
As his ideas moved from paper to digital, Brandon made sure his designs also incorporated the history.
I definitely wanted to keep the wheat stalk in mind, but I thought, how are we going to do this? How can we move this into a new phase? So the new icon is actually a stylized take on the wheat stalk, the head of the wheat stalk itself.
Once the logo started coming together, next, Brandon needed to figure out what colors could work for the new logo and to represent the new mission and vision of the chorus: to build community, celebrate pride, and empower authenticity, singing to inspire a world of love and acceptance.
So while we incorporated the rainbow colors, we definitely didn't want to limit it to just the rainbow colors. As we well know, that rainbow spectrum is constantly changing. But the idea being that the rainbow represents all. But we wanted something that was flexible, so we created a mark that has the ability to be somewhat of a chameleon and change to whatever format we want to talk about.
Like Independence Day, Trans Visibility Day, and even AIDS Walk Kansas City.
Our branding is still at the core of it, but then we're able to tweak that and really show whatever community we need to raise up and empower at that moment in time.
The last piece of what would become the new look to represent the chorus was actually adding two very important words.
You know, it's really right there in our face. It's been there all these years. The URL for the Heartland Men's Chorus website is HMCKC. So that KC part was already there. So we just formally adopted Heartland Men's Chorus Kansas City, HMCKC, and we pulled that into the branding as well. And I think it's really a sophisticated solve that was baked into who we are for a long time. So yeah, a lot of people always refer to us as HMC, and now we're just HMCKC, just so we can pull back that Kansas City pride into who we are.
Brandon Shelton has joined us in the studio because we need to publicly recognize him for his work on giving HMCKC a gorgeous pandemic glow up with our brand new branding.
And Brandon has won a 2020 Philly Award for Best Identity Campaign from Nonprofit Connect for his creation of our new branding. So congratulations to you, Brandon.
Thanks, Abby.
And Sean, with season 36 already underway, what can the audience look forward to experiencing from their seats at the Folly Theater once again this season?
Abby, as you can imagine, we are very creatively pent up and ready to put on some fabulous shows. First up is our holiday spectacular that has truly become one of Kansas City's most beloved holiday traditions. This year's show has a simple goal. Like the title, we want to just bring smiles, laughter, and happiness to the KC community with joy. Near 100 voices on stage, and Daisy Bouquet will be our host this year as well. You'll get everything from traditional holiday music to the over-the-top sass that you've come to make a point of going to HMCKC performances for. In the spring, we are the first gay men's chorus in the country to bring the music of Whitney Houston live to a stage. The concert review celebrates the music of one of the greatest artists of all time. We'll be doing all of the hits with some special guests sure to leave you feeling so emotional and ready to dance with somebody. Our summer production has been 2 years in the waiting, and we are so excited to move past 2020 and we finally get to mount the newest musical by Tony Award nominated composer Andrew Lippa entitled Unbreakable. You'll experience the touching stories of the LGBTQ community's epic moments of resilience over the past 100 years. With a 12-piece orchestra with sweeping score and storytelling will leave you moved and inspired for the future. So we're really totally excited about this year.
You guys have some great stuff coming up.
Totally, we're really, really ready for it. We talked about some of our new members earlier who joined in 2020, and here's a class shot for season 36.
I'm excited to see this. I'm sure your new members especially cannot wait to be part of the chorus.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they've been pent up. We're clear, right?
Well, no.
And there they are. Looks like that is season 36. That's your chorus right there.
So far, we've added about 10 new members this season, 20 if we count all the ones that have joined us in the pandemic. So wow. It's nice to see people like in real life after being staring at a screen for so long.
And hear them in real life,
yeah,
too.
Hear them in real life. It's been really nice.
I'm sure they've all enjoyed actually hearing some of the other parts as well.
Yeah, imagine like singing in a chorus, but singing by yourself in home. I mean, it's terrible. So.
It'd be challenging, for sure. Well, congratulations. I'm excited for the 2021-2022 season.
We'll have a seat for you.
Oh, good. Make it a couple.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it's time to make that cocktail or the mocktail. Cafe Trio has been a loyal supporter of the chorus for 17 years, ever since opening Cafe Trio. So they're located on Main Street. It's on the east side of the Country Club Plaza. They have one of the best year-round patios in town, and the food and cocktails are wonderful. So everyone get ready to make that classic chorus Cosmo. So Tom Dillon got a hands-on demonstration how to make this cocktail, right?
Yeah, he had a couple. I think it was, yeah, he kept on making some sort of excuse like he needed to make one over and over and over. It must have been 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, well, you know, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and really, perfection takes practice.
Tom Dillon is a champ.
Let's see it.
Good evening. I hope you're having a great time at our Heroes of Note celebration this evening. My name is Tom Dillon. I am president of the chorus, and I am here at Cafe Trio with Ty. Ty and his partner Chris own Cafe Trio. And Ty, can you tell us about your support of HMC and the Kansas City LGBTQ community?
Sure. When we opened 17 years ago, we always knew that we would create strategic partnerships with other organizations in the community. And the Heartland's Men Chorus was actually the first organization that we approached and created this wonderful relationship for 17 years. We love everything that you guys do for the community. We love your support, and we wouldn't be here without you.
That's great. I know I've been here a time or two, and so have some other people in the chorus. So hopefully you out there in Heroes Land will come and visit Ty and Cafe Trio as well. So what are we doing tonight?
We are going to make a clean, classic chorus Cosmo.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
All right, let's get going. I'm gonna take this off so you can see my ugly mug. And let's get started. Grab your cute little shakers, fill it with ice.
Nothing better than a cold drink.
You'll want 2 ounces of vodka, which is about a 4 count. An ounce of triple sec. We're just gonna do a splash of lemon juice and a splash of simple syrup. Splash. Splash. You can actually skip the simple syrup if you want. Just a touch of cranberry.
That gives it its color.
Yeah, you just want it pretty shade of pink. Shake it real good.
I think he has some practice doing that.
I've had years of practice. Strain it into the glass. And then rim the glass.
Oh, nice.
And then you're cheers.
Cheers, and thank you for all of your support of HMCKC over the years, and we look forward to a long partnership going forward.
Thank you, guys.
Enjoy.
And did everyone get their cocktail made? Well, you've got a little time. You can make another, practice that perfection. So let's see as we take a live look at our Heroes of Note house parties out there in support of tonight's event. So we've got all of you. If you can see yourselves here on the screen, give us a wave. And thank you. It's hosted by 3 of our board members. So we're going to be checking in from one party to the next, just looking at what all you guys are eating and drinking, and it looks delicious, by the way. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget to go and bid on some of these wonderful auction items, from unique local art to Chiefs gear to a great spa package. There is something for everyone.
Just go to hmckc.org and click on the event /Heroes of Note, and it will take you to a complete list of items. And put your bids in. The auction is open throughout the rest of the evening.
You're watching the Heartland Men's Chorus Heroes of Note. We have so much more to come tonight. We're going to be giving our next Hero of Note award, and we'll take a look at how this hero is breaking down stigmas and helping so many in Kansas City. Plus,
it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighborhood to be mine.
Another great performance from our friends and neighbors. This is one you won't want to miss.
Heartland Men's Chorus has never shied away from challenging topics. In the past, our voices have inspired, empowered, and healed from the stage. And when the Black Lives Matter movement created Dialogue for Change, we tuned to our singing members of color for their perspective. It's through conversations like these we can all become enlightened to how we can give support to movements outside of our own, side by side for equity, equality, and long-awaited justice for all.
I don't think people really are honest with themselves about the reality of the world.
For instance, if you look back at Ferguson, unfortunately, I mean, we've got so many examples to look back on. But when you look back on that, the protesters were the Black people in those communities saying, this has got to stop. You've got to stop doing this. I think the difference that the murder of George Floyd made is that the nation watched a man being murdered over the course of 8 minutes.
To watch that 3-part series after tonight's show, just head over to our YouTube channel. Now back to the show.
And now it's time to recognize our next hero of note. During our committee's conversations, we looked at several organizations in the Kansas City area, but there was one that really stood out for its support of those in need in our community.
Health centers are a key piece of driving access, equity, and taking care of the patients and our community.
A dedication to the Kansas City community that started back in 1971 by a group of hippie doctors in a small house in Westport. It had a couple of name iterations over the years, including Westport Free Health Clinic. Then it was KC Free. Will Franklin is the CEO of KC Care Health Center.
We basically formed out of necessity to treat a community that was facing stigma, a community that was facing significant healthcare challenges. And you know, we find ourselves coming full circle in 2021 as we turn 50 years old.
Today, KC Care serves 20,000 patients in 4 locations.
A full set of integrated healthcare services around primary care, HIV care, dental, behavioral health, full pharmacy that serves our patient population, and a multitude of other wraparound services connected to case management, community health workers, and those outreach services that really prevent chronic illness from spreading in our community.
Will knows the importance of what this service means to a population that's misunderstood.
Throughout KC Care's history, we've served patient populations who struggled to get insurance or access health care. You know, a lot of people sometimes make the assumption that folks can't access care for various reasons that's somehow their own fault. But the reality is that's just not true. That's a myth. The majority of our patient population actually has multiple jobs. They are your bartenders, people who work in restaurants, fast food, the service industry.
What's unique about KC Care is how the clinic can turn patients into team members.
A lot of the people that we're serving as patients end up becoming employees of the organization at some point. So you can walk down the hallway and find people whose lives have been significantly impacted by some type of service that we provided. So there's a boomerang effect that tends to happen that we actually relish and look forward to, because that tells us that we're doing something right, because a key piece of our success is taking care of the people who work here, because we think that we can't do a good job in terms of creating a great patient experience if we don't do a good job creating experience for our workforce as well.
The staff spends time not just at each location, but also going out into the communities KC Care serves, which turned out to be a life-saving strategy in the last few months.
Because we do quite a bit of clinical research here at KC Care, and we work with a lot of the drug companies and universities in doing clinical trials, we were one of the first community health centers selected to do COVID-19 clinical trial work here. Because we had the refrigeration technology, we're also one of the first organizations to get the vaccine in place. And so we doubled and tripled our efforts to get folks vaccinated.
To date, KC Care can be proud. 50% of the patient population is now fully vaccinated.
So we started going out and doing micro events, going to public housing, apartment complex, reaching out to neighborhoods, other organizations to really engage people where maybe misinformation was thriving or there was hesitancy about vaccines, trying to educate folks and really get us to a place where we can develop enough herd immunity to keep our community safe.
It is my honor and privilege to present tonight's second Hero Award to Will Franklin and the entire team here at KC Care Health Center. We thank you for your work in the community and recognize your work in the LGBTQ community as well as the community at large. Thank you so much for your work.
Thank you, and thank you for your efforts and advocacy. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Fred Rogers and the people at Sesame Street would love the KC Care team.
So, neighbors that strive to make a positive community impact and welcome everyone with open arms. It's a dream come true.
Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, some of my neighbors are okay, but I mean, is it that difficult to pick up after your dog?
Hey, we always do, okay? It's our kids that may leave a bigger mess. Our next moment of entertainment aims to shed light on that very question. Who are the people in your neighborhood?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Would you be mine? It's a lovely day in this beauty wood, a lovely day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Be mine. Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood, in your neighborhood. Oh, who are the people in your neighborhood? The people that you meet each day.
Across the street there's Tim and Greg. Their Labrador can fetch and beg. They have a son and daughter too. They're all a family through and through.
Gay parent types are people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Gay parent types are people in your neighborhood. The people that you meet each day.
Roxanne and Jill are 2 doors down. They're carpenters, the best in town. They've made their little house a dream. Weekends they coach a rugby team.
Cool lesbians are people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Cool lesbians are people in your neighborhood. The people that you meet each day.
Around the block there's Steve and Jane. The gender of their partners change. Steve used to date a guy named Lee, and Jane's a little girl crazy.
Bisexuals are people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Bisexuals are people in your neighborhood. The people that you meet each day.
Miss Clarfington is on our street. She's elderly and very sweet. Transitioning at 73. Now she lives her life authentically.
Transgender folks are people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Transgender folks are people in your neighborhood. The people that you meet each day. Next door there's Miss and Mr. Creek. They go to church 3 times a week. They keep their curtains closed all day, afraid they might see something gay. What? Gay? Yes, homophobes are people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Yes, homophobes are people in your neighborhood. The people that you meet while you're walking down the street. The people that you meet each day. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?
Several new members joined during the pandemic, and 10 new members joined in just the last 2 weeks since season 36 started.
Yeah, let's meet another new member of the Heartland Men's Chorus. Mitch meets him and tells us about how performing reaches every aspect of his life.
Right.
I mean, when you take performing away from somebody during a pandemic, It's like removing.
What's a part of them?
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I suppose one could say you're addicted to performing.
Sure.
You can't remove that away from you right away. You have to titrate off, from what I hear.
Right, yeah. Got to taper a little bit. Yeah, get a little warning.
Yeah.
But so many people had to really adjust to this
Yeah.
new way of life and taking away a big part of their lives by not being able to perform live.
And this new member that we're about to meet, he's a full-time theater teacher.
Oh, wow.
And so finding that extra time to really carve out in your schedule some me time to perform and kind of just get all that self-expression out, it's challenging.
Oh, absolutely. And then, to have the part of your life where you're not even able to teach students perhaps how to, or, someone else to be a performer, that would be hard too. So the two aspects of his life that were taken away suddenly in 2020. And, it was just a rough year for so many of us in different venues, but really the people who perform live, I feel like, got affected pretty heavily.
I mean, I think about all the people that are on Broadway working. They work so hard to get to this big part of their life. They sacrificed everything, and then they get there and everything shuts down. I mean, I can't imagine. But I did buy my tickets to a lot of the tours coming into town.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I
okay.
have tickets to Wicked and Hamilton and Mean Girls already, so I'm stoked.
Oh my gosh, those are going to be great shows to see for sure. I completely lost my train of thought.
It's okay. We're going to meet a new member
okay, that sounds
of our
great.
chorus who's now back and performing, entertaining with the Heartland Men's Chorus. So let's go to Mitch.
I've always had a big love of music.
Like so many people, 2020 really upended how we live our day-to-day lives. For Philip Hoover Holtis, it was a big change. As a theater teacher, virtual learning didn't give him the creative outlet he was used to having, which is why he sought out Heartland Men's Chorus.
But last year I just needed something to do because I was teaching virtually, and so not singing as much, and so I needed to find that outlet again. So I always knew that HMC was there. But definitely during the pandemic, it was something that really pulled at me, and I needed to find that artistic, creative outlet again.
Across the street, there's Tim and Greg.
Music and performing are a big part of Philip's life. His husband, Todd, is also a theater teacher, and their son, Matthias, is also very active in music and theater. On top of all of that, they also own a small costume company and make costumes for local theater productions.
We make costumes for a lot of high schools and for Shawnee Mission Theater in the park, so we just finished sewing Newsies. We did Little Mermaid at the Jewish Community Center.
2020 was also an eventful year for his family. Philip and Todd formally adopted Matthias. In fact, the day we talked to them was actually Matthias's Gotcha Day, the 1-year anniversary of his adoption.
It's been kind of a crazy year with everything going on, but we wouldn't change it. We wouldn't change it for the world.
To celebrate, the family took their dogs, Otis and Cleo, to Barquet. Philip and his family are always up for surprise outings, and
we are at the Ren Fest. It is raining. We got the dog.
It's no surprise that some of those things involve costumes and creativity.
Awesome. Let's go.
We do a lot of things since they sew, we do a lot of fun things, and like when we went to Ren Fest yesterday, we got to see like people in fun costumes and stuff.
And now that life is slowly starting to get back to normal. Philip is excited for his future with HMCKC.
Definitely looking forward to being live, hopefully back at the Folly, and being able to be in a larger group of people, and being able to really just dive into that literature and into that music, and to express ourselves through that literature.
The people that you meet each day.
So here's one of my questions. When I saw Heartland Men's Chorus come together virtually, what was the editing for that like? And how did you get all of that put together? Because I am amazed by how beautifully it came together.
Thank you.
But that could not have been easy.
No, like even you talking about it is giving me PTSD.
I'm sure.
Like it was hours upon hours upon hours. The last concert that we did, which was our best one, because we used some really, really beautiful camera equipment, some 4K stuff. We used really amazing production crew. That was, I clocked myself alone, I clocked 167 hours of editing in 2 weeks. Because we had to film it. Yeah, we had to film it, right? And then we go into an editing process for a 60-minute performance with all these different shots. I did not know how crazy this was going to be, but yeah, never again, hopefully, I don't think, but we'll see.
You learned a lot.
Oh, I learned a lot. I'm an audio engineer, and I'm also a film editor and self-therapist.
Okay. Well, sorry about that. We're going to be right back. We have a lot more to come, including our last Hero of Note award for the night. We'll tell you which Kansas City legend is being honored. And get ready to mark your calendars. We'll have a sneak peek at what's in store for Heartland Men's Chorus Kansas City next season. And once again, here's Mitch.
There are many ways to help fund the future of the chorus. Who here doesn't shop on Amazon? You can choose HMCKC as the organization that receives a portion of your Amazon purchases if you're a Prime member. Also, we want you to know about the Heartland Soul program. Members of Heartland Soul are donors who agree to give us $750 or more per year. Please go to hmckc.org, you click on the donate button, and then there's another donate button in the Give Online section. Just determine the amount you want to give, whether that's in a lump sum or you can choose a monthly installment if that's the way you want to pay. The system will then take you through the steps. Also throughout the year, we participate in Giving Tuesday, that's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, and also Give Out Day. Give Out Day is a month-long campaign that ends on June 30th. It's the only national day of giving for the LGBTQ community. You'll be receiving information about those programs via email and on our social media. Do you have a suggestion on ways the chorus could help raise funds? Well, Dudley Hogue, our development director, is always looking for help and ideas. Just email him at dudley@hmckc.org. Abby, now back to you.
I don't know where to go. C7. I don't know where to go. All right, we are back. We've got Wilson Welch. He is our next entertainer of the evening.
He is. He's going to be singing a really beautiful song called No Matter What. And the story of the song basically expresses that feeling that's challenging when you're coming out of the closet, telling your mom for the first time, telling your friends, and then kind of finding your own tribe. Not all of us have the experience of a beautiful, loving coming out situation. And so we have to build our own family sometimes. So this is basically what this song is about.
Wonderful. Let's watch Wilson.
When I was a young boy, I was scared of growing up. Didn't understand it, but I was terrified of love. Felt like I had to choose, like it was out of my control. I needed to be saved, I was going crazy on my own. It took me years to tell my mother I expected the worst. I gathered all the courage in the world. She said, I love you no matter what. And I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. Then she wrapped her arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not. 'Cause I love you no matter what. And she loves me no matter what. I got a little older, wishing all my time away. Riding on the pavement, every sunny day was great. I trusted in my friends, and then my world came crashing down. Wish I'd never said a thing, 'cause to them I'm a stranger now. I ran home and saw my mother. It was written on my face. Felt like I had a heart of glass about to break. She said, I love you no matter what. And I just want you to be happy and always be who you are. Then she wrapped her arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause I love you no matter what, yeah. Now I'm a man and I'm so much wiser. I walk the earth with my head held higher. I got the love that I need, but I was still missing one special piece. My chosen family looked at me. They said, we love you no matter what. And we just want you to be happy and always be who you are. Then they wrapped their arms around me, said, don't try to be what you're not, 'cause we love you no matter what. And she loves me no matter what. And I love them no matter what.
And let's keep the auction going. I know that maybe you forgot to go back and look at your auction item that you've been wanting to look at. Go back and look at it, because I know someone else is bidding on it. We've been seeing those bidding wars here happening, so check on those.
We have. There are so many great packages filled with all kinds of booze and snacks and everything else that you could think of. And you'll need to have a fabulous evening at home with some of these items. We have so many incredible items for you to bid on. Just go to our website and see the entire list.
So the auction is open until 9 o'clock. Get those bids in. Bid high, bid often, because, well, we're here to help fund a future for the Harlem Men's Chorus.
We are. At previous events, we've had fundraising asks that we've called Fund a Need. And they were based on specific needs that the chorus needed money for, like, you know, the bus tour through Kansas or something like that. But I'm going to be honest with you here. Our greatest need right now is to maintain and prepare for our 36th season. The COVID-19 pandemic has meant that we have been unable to perform live for you, unable to host live fundraising events, and has caused a complete overhaul of the budget. Your support this far throughout the pandemic has been spectacular, and we thank you for that.
Right, I can't imagine the challenges that the pandemic created for all of you without any live events, and that was hard on everybody. I think everybody's been hearing that there have been so many difficulties for nonprofits throughout the pandemic. So we have this goal tonight of reaching a minimum of $12,000 to fund the future, and we have a matching gift of $6,000 comprised of 5 gifts if we make our goal. So now we are asking you to get out your phone and text HMC Hero to the number 76278. Again, HMC Hero to 76278, or just click on the link that's been sent to you. So give now.
I believe that you all just received a text on how to give that money on your cell phone. So if you're still questioning how to do that, check your phone, because there is a text there that will allow you to give us to fund the future. I can see totals coming in now. We're already up to $4,800. Thank you, Mike Sigler. Thank you, Mark Patterson. They don't roll up very fast. Here we go. Thank you, Kathy Dunn. Thank you. Here we go. There's more.
All right.
Pete Brown, thank you very much for your generous donation. We need your help to be able to come out of the pandemic and be able to present those concerts that you so love at the Folly Theater. It's been very, very hard to raise money during the pandemic, and we would like to be able to come out of this with a great, great feeling. Please help us do what we do best. Not only perform concerts at the Folly Theater, but in schools and in the community that which we serve.
Yeah, and this really allows so many people to be exposed to music who maybe have not been exposed to choral music before, like you said, going to schools, for example, and that's such a wonderful service that you all do as well. So please help at whatever level that you can, and we have so much more coming up here in our show this evening.
We do, and we're going to introduce our last hero, and that hero is Hallmark.
Right now, there are many of us who are feeling isolated. We've been encouraged to distance ourselves from the people and places we love, to go against our very nature. One of the best things we can do right now is find ways to connect.
Some businesses say they want to make a difference in their community, caring for others. But one legendary Kansas City company holds the crown.
We donate millions of dollars to local organizations and are so proud of the fact that our employees together collectively donate tens of thousands of volunteer hours every year. It is truly a part of our work.
Kristen Harris is one of those employees.
I actually came to Hallmark as an intern and just never left.
Kristen stays because she has seen firsthand how Hallmark lives up to the brand it built decades ago.
When you care enough to send the very best.
Since 1910, Hallmark is the place in Kansas City you go for the gift that will show you care.
We build and create products and experiences for every life experience, and it is truly important to us for our customers to see themselves reflected in that work.
Now, more than ever, as the Vice President of Diversity and Inclusion at Hallmark Cards, Kristen is part of the team creating an inclusive culture where everyone feels seen and respected.
Hallmark has really always been committed to inclusion. It is a part of our mission and our vision and our values. And what we've done over the past year is really elevated those efforts.
Which you can see by just walking into the store.
So we've got our mahogany product that is celebrating and uplifting and empowering Black voices, from our LGBTQ cards that help couples celebrate, every single life milestone that they may have. And what is really exciting is our newest venture, which is Little World Changers, that is all about inspiring children to be culturally sensitive and to be kind to one another. So many products are doing that work and helping to put more care into the world, which is what we're really here to do.
And not just locally. Hallmark products are sold in nearly 100 countries, sending the message of caring across the world.
And as a global brand, social responsibility is something that we think about and that we know we have an important role that can be played. When I think about our company's vision, it is to create an emotionally connected world through every life experience every day. And so we're able to do that with our brand and in a truly, truly authentic way.
It is my distinct pleasure to present tonight's third Hero of Note Award to Hallmark Corporation, especially to Kristen Harris and her team for all of their work in diversity and inclusion, not only in the Kansas City region, but in the world. Kristen, thank you so much for your work, and on behalf of the Heartland Men's Chorus, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the Heartland Men's Chorus for this distinguished honor. We appreciate so much you giving us an opportunity to reflect on the work that we're doing and the impact that we're making. Thank you.
So I can't tell you how nice it is to walk into a store and actually see cards about two men getting married or transgender day of Remembrance Awareness, Bisexual Visibility Day. It's really, really important.
It's very important. They have another collection that's also called the Mahogany Collection that is an incredible collection for people of color. That it's great to walk into stores and be able, like you said, to see that. And they've got a news that they mentioned a minute ago that I'm especially interested in right now, and that is Little World Changers, which is the little books for our little children in the world, because I'm a new grandfather. So that's all very exciting too. My boys adopted their little baby a few months ago, and so I've already purchased all of them. So I've already purchased it all for her at some point later.
But yeah, I mean, it's just a really, really beautiful thing to see yourself represented.
It is.
Yeah. So.
It is.
And we can't thank you all enough for being here with us this evening. So thank you for purchasing tickets. Thank you for your auction bids and your additional cash donations.
We also want to thank all of our party hosts out there. There are over a dozen parties going on right now to celebrate the Heartland Men's Chorus Kansas City.
And our newest hero, Mr. Fisher.
Congratulations. Almost 25 years
Yes.
in this organization.
So
That's
great.
remarkable.
So great. We also have something over there. Would you go get that for me, please?
Yes, we do have a little gift.
We have a little something for our host
surprises
this evening.
For me?
Yes, for you. You're our host, so here's a lovely little gift. Let's show it this way.
There's stuff for now and after, baby.
There's
I've
also
seen
something
this.
for him.
Oh my goodness, how cool is that?
We have a new singing member.
I really hope so. Thank you. This is so special. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for being with
You're
us.
not supposed to surprise a pregnant lady.
Are you going to be able to read this list of songs?
I can do it. Thank you guys. And we do, this is, don't take that chocolate too much. We also want to thank our sponsors one more time. We've got Mike's Wine and Spirits, Shook Hearty Bacon, Eula Men's Clothing, Woodland Cookies, Bistro 303, Cafe Trio, Missy B's, Stretz, and Quinn.
I want to thank our event committee, our board of directors, and our chorus makers for making this a great event. And a special thanks to our communications manager, Mitch Weber, and his team for making this all work.
Yes.
We couldn't have done it without you.
Magicians.
They are magicians.
Definite magicians, yes. So thank you to everyone, and we're all here now.
Yes, finally.
Yeah, we're all here to tell you that the auction will stay open until 9 o'clock. So after the event is over, put those cocktails down for just a minute and keep checking the bids.
Put your cocktails down?
Well, they have to.
I'm getting to. There's some great items in the auction, and you don't want to miss out on the ones you want. A few of you might take a trip of a lifetime, so keep bidding, please.
Season tickets are now on sale online at hmckc.org. There are great seats available this year, and you can get them now before single tickets go on sale for the individual concerts.
And don't let the holiday season start without experiencing a live performance from the Heartland Men's Chorus, December 4th and 5th at the Folly Theater.
When I first moved here, that was when I fell in love with the Heartland Men's Chorus, was seeing a Christmas show. It was, I think, 2 weeks after I moved here. So it's really something to see. If you haven't seen it, for some reason, go and bring a friend, because it's a lot of fun. And that does it for our big show tonight. We want to say a big thank you to all of our sponsors and to everyone who tuned in tonight.
And all of our hosts.
Yes, all of our
hosts back there.
And also a big thank you to the HMCKC members and the crew who helped put this amazing show together. And as we wrap, we're going to check in again with some of the host parties. Again, we're looking at you guys back there.
Some people
having
have
a
been
great
dressed
time.
up.
I love the
They did all
capes,
kinds
the
of things.
superhero looks.
Yes.
Yep, I love a good theme party. So thank you to everyone who participated. Heartland Men's Chorus, Kansas City is proud to be a part of this community, and we couldn't do it without your help.
So we'll see you next season, but before we go, take those phones out and text to us more money. We're up to 64,000. Oh, I wish we were. Up to $6,450. Thank you for your generous gifts, and we'll see you soon.